Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everybody. How are you? Hope everybody's good. Hi, Gogo.
Good afternoon. Good
How are
afternoon.
you?
Good.
Ah,
I'm very good. Thank you.
I am
And
also.
alive and kicking. Yeah, we are still good with us. We are here.
Amen.
We say glory to Him. Us, we are just humbled. We are just
Amen.
humbled.
Yes, we
Yeah.
are, we are grateful for the gift of life. Every day is a chance to do better, and become better human beings. Good afternoon, everyone. How are you? Are you good? It's Monday, it's health promotion. Bona. We are talking all things health. We are continuing our topic today on parasites. Not parasites, it's about, but parasites, the animals. Parasites are
Yeah.
things that invade our bodies and we don't even sometimes know or not or are aware of. I've sent you camera, Gogo. Are you
I
able
don't
to?
see myself. I said I joined, but then I don't know what happened.
How? You, Gogo.
Maybe I'll go out and come back
Come back.
again.
Yeah, you know,
Hey,
it's misbehaving. It's Monday. It comes from the weekend. It's Monday. Dumelang bathong. Le right is Tando Zulu. I hope everybody's good. I'm good. A little bit snotty, but I'm here. Yeah, snotty. You know, snotty. The parasites have found me, and my gray hair is showing my age. Guys, I man, this is not right. It's unacceptable. Totally unacceptable. But
I'm part camera.
wait
I
again,
rati
ayo batle. Wait again.
I'm part man.
I no, I said, well, that's ntho tse ding they are silly.
Yeah, no. But anyway, we
Yeah, we
are
are
good.
good.
We are good.
Also, I'm
We
still good. If my hair looks like yours, then I'm good. I'm good. I can't.
I knew it. I knew it. Yeah, I knew it. That is going to be a comment.
Yeah,
Did you hack technology
it
leader
needs
patient?
patience. Yeah, no, but it's true. Hey, it really needs patience, and some of us, ish, they say patience is not just the beneficiary. Anyhow, we are here. We
We
are
are
good.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe good afternoon, guys. Good afternoon. And please share, invite. Today it's gonna be lit again. And very, very sensitive topic. And not normally spoken about. It's a taboo. That's why I'm so sensitive because uh, you know most.
Yeah,
We
the
are,
things that are mostly not talked about and are important to us.
yeah. And
Mm.
that's what YM, I think it's unique because it has taken upon its shoulders to tackle and not dictate and not portray as knowing too much, but share the awareness. It's up to individuals to choose between the old narrative, the indoctrinations, or you choose to search and follow your heart and truth.
Mm.
And the teacher for all of us is one. No matter what belief you have, what you choose, one person is always right because he has developed this.
Mhm.
So following him, I think, is the best because you go to the architecture of the body. He
Yeah.
knows about the, yeah, he knows it. More than anyone, he gave us just wisdom and knowledge to tap to some information, which the unfortunate thing is that after he has given me that, opening, I want,
Gogo, sorry, Kangan. Let me welcome our newest member on the team, Sesimo Khadi. And I think she's joining us for the first time on the live as well. Yeah, she's the newest member on the team. You might have to deal with her sometime. Hosting the live with her. So, Sesimo Khadi, welcome.
Thank you
welcome,
so much.
Yes,
thank
and
you.
yeah, it's this is Gogo Call to Serve. Our biggest researcher when it comes to health matters. Her favorite tagline is "Live when we are still alive." So, so last week we started on the topic about parasites and bacteria, and she's just continuing on that. So yes, sit back. If you have questions, you will ask. Also, if you can mute your mic while she's talking, because yeah, she's in the rural Free State, and there is yeah. Okay, so see, thank you.
Welcome, Mahadi, and thanks to meet you online. Yeah, we will see each other soon. Um, Thank you so much. Last week we dealt with the definitions and the different kind of groupings, the similarities of these parasites, because we are the hosts. Unfortunately, we are not aware that we've got worms in us. And that's why when I started, I said it's a topic that is not uh, touched or even checked much. It's something that it's taken like you know
A
signs
bad
of flu.
seat.
The signs of flu when you cough. Oh, really, we say no. And now the parasites, it's worse because No one has ever went at length to make aware about them, or even in institutions. It's something that is just passed by, that the humans do have worms, and then okay, the animals also do have worms. So it's just something that you need to know, and yet it is causing havoc.
And we
A
say that
serious-
yeah, both humans and animals have worms, and it's just normal, and life goes
yes,
on.
it is as if it has to be there. We are not supposed to have those things in our bodies. Why? Why? They are eating on our nutrients. That's the purpose that they are there. They're surviving in our body. So
So we
they,
are we are hosting things that are killing us.
yes,
Graduate.
they are eating. You eat nice meal, well balanced meal, you know, the 5 colors of fruit and vegetables, and your plate is very healthy, but that nutrients in that plate are going to be eaten by your parasites, and you get nothing.
Yeah.
And you are surprised. I'm eating well, Mos. I strive not to eat sugar. I strive not to eat fat. I strive not to eat all this processed food. It's not your attraction, and yet your health, it's still
It's not
deteriorating.
improving.
It's deteriorating. You have the same diseases. You are always hungry, or your body is getting thinner and thinner, and you are lethargic. You are not this person
Ah, Gogo, don't
that
talk, don't speak to higher grade English. What is lethargic now? Oh, don't start with me.
you are just, this person, you're tired. You don't have life. People don't see life, just see misery. You are just
Mm.
yawning. Sure, but I'm so
Dula
tired.
o
Oh,
kgathetse.
o dula o kgathetse, o dula o le motho a sa bontsheng bophelo.
A
You are
mong.
not life. You wonder. But man, Gogo is this person eating,
Ah,
clean, doesn't want this and that and that. What in fact sometimes, but why is she looking like this? The
yeah.
skin, you know, she's so dry. You see all not the good things compared to the plate that I am eating. No, the
Mm-hmm.
parasites are chowing. They are eating. They are busy, Zona. And today, I just want to touch a bit that, as I said, the host of the parasite, which is the heading that we have sent, they hosts are the humans. Ne? The hosts are the animals. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And the environment also, because the soil can be the host, the water can be the host, you see. And As a result, I mentioned two things: water, soil. Those worms in those things that are bad, you eat, because sometimes you are just in a hurry. You buy whatever on the street there, supporting the street market there. You haven't washed that thing. You just eat without considering that
Yeah.
this might be your encouragement and the growing of your worms inside you. Not washing the fruits, cleaning them, you might be eating the worms direct, unawares. So that's how we are the bigger hosts of them all, humans, right?
Oh, that's scary, hey?
We eat cow meat, we eat pork meat. There are these people which I never liked the idea of meat that it's on Madi. Now it's worse understanding it biblically that we were never, and I don't know where does it come from, because we used to eat meat, slaughtered organic meat, but I remember it will never be eaten fresh, never. After slaughtering, the meat will be hanged under the tree so that the blood goes out, totally drained out blood. Maybe the following day, that's when only we will be able to have that meat. Today, they slaughter now, they wash now, they cook it now. Now, concerning the parasites, I want to clear it now to say, undercooked. This rush of doing things, even the cooking, you don't put heart into your cooking. You undercook your pork, which I'm not encouraging. You undercook your meat, whatever, be it red meat, you undercook it. Those worms are not dying. They are there. I said, I don't know who did that. And I know people are afraid to do it because they love what they are doing. They are eating. I said, buy a chops of pork. That's nice looking. And buy Coke. Pour Coke on top of that steak of yours. And give me a report. Just give me a report. Or give a report to yourself that even if they are not going to be visible, right? But the ones that are visible on the head of the scope, always my mother will be saying, open there, we take out the worms. Be saying that.
I will do the experiment with the Coke and the pork before the end of this month. It's just that my table is full right now, so I want to record the experiment when I do it, and bring
So,
evidence.
yeah.
So
What I'm trying
that
to
is my
say is
promise.
that the worms, others are visible, others are not.
I
There
don't.
are
Yeah.
three types. There are three types of worms, of parasites,
Mm-hmm.
which cause diseases in humans. One of them, it's the one that is called the protozoa. In layman's language, that's what causes malaria, in other words. That
Oh,
parasite from the mosquito, it bites you, it leaves the parasite in you, and you are now having a disease called malaria.
sorry.
Okay.
Okay.
A. And you've got these ones which are visible, you know, coming from you. Because as I said previously, I used to be in a practice. The bedpan will be full of tapeworms, of roundworms from a human. So I didn't mind, I didn't ask questions. Why are these things coming out of a human being? And mind you, I can be infected if I'm not careful.
Yeah,
They can,
because now sometimes you are helping, and sometimes I always say to people, sometimes it's an emergency, and you need to assist. Now here you are, you don't have your gloves on because that is you are servicing. Hi, Uncle T, how are you?
So, I, Uncle T, we are now having the first group, the second group, which is this helminthus, which is the one, the roundworms that you see with your naked eye, right? Then we have the third group, which is the ectoparasites. These also, we are so naive. As we grew up, you know, lies were like normal thing. It's funny, It was
Yeah.
like normal when they are doing washing there. They will be even taking them out, go. Just my mother used to hate filth. She used never. But from where I was brought up, lice were just something normal, and yet it's a sign that you are infected with parasites inside you. Okay? And the bed bugs, you'll be told, ke lucky. Hey, bathong ka ditshila, diboko. It's a sign of you have parasites in you. They are feeding on you, and they are even now showing, because they suck the blood. These things, they suck the blood.
Ke dinwa
And
madi.
Kidinwamadi, caused by this they are called ectoparasites. They then are transferred to us, and they are surviving, all of them. They are surviving by taking nutrients from the host, which is, first, let me say, the host of the protozoa. It will be the mosquito. Then eggs are being formed there. The mosquito have this poison. It bites me, transfer the infection into me. I have now the parasite caused by the biting of mosquito.
Mosquito.
And this one, the protozoa, it's very deadly. It's deadly because if not well or properly attended, easy to die from malaria. It's easy to die.
Yeah.
Yes. And it actually multiplies. There's about, from this species only, organism, there are about 12 different ones that can be in your body, replicate from organ to organ, organ to organ. So
Ew.
you can imagine, according to the CDC, which is the Center for Disease Control and Prevention, in 2020, listen the number,
Hmm?
the diseases were 241 million cases. That's a huge number.
Yeah,
A
you
huge
see, but
number.
remember also, was it 2020? It was during COVID time as well.
No, this is actually specifically
Mm,
malaria related.
mm.
Specifically. That's that one of the virus, but here the statistic and the research according to the researchers, because this is our biggest center where everything is being sorted. That's why they are even, giving us just the snapshot. You can't even go into deeper their information
Into
unless you
deeper
have
details.
a big certificate you can produce. I've got uh, a PH whatever. So we with uh, an ongoing PhD, they can't give us they can't give us that information. So there's another one. There's malaria, which I dealt with, caused by mosquito bite. There is the other one that is called Chakaza disease. Have you heard about that?
No.
Which affects the blood. It affects the blood. Affects the blood, muscles, nerves, heart, esophagus, colon. And we always, whenever even the investigations, the tests are being done, always they only concentrate on the things like infection, things like, they never specifically say, okay, I have treated this person with this, but then this still continues. And unfortunately, whatever treatments are there, they always open another channel. So that is why we are chasing diseases after diseases. But it's suffice to say, there is this issue of parasites that can replicate if it's not identified on time and be treated once, right? Then we have another one, which is the plasmosis. Big names. Don't worry about these names, please. Just pick up the issue of, as humans, we are a host of all these diseases, because we know heart problem, we know the colon cancer, we know the esophagus, we know when it's spoken about the liver. So know that those things, the parasites also could be the causes of those diseases, okay? Through transmitted insect bites also. You see, so the this one, it also go further. It affects the eyes. It's a big name also. It's another type. I've already mentioned 3. This is the 4th one. It's called acanthamobabiasis. It causes eyes. You'll think that you can't see now because, it's old age. No, the parasite is chowing on, it's sitting in the air on your lashes there. Hey guys, this issue, eyebrows, the parasites are there sitting here and now affecting your eyes and now affecting your skin and now affecting your brain. So we are actually wanting to make you aware that don't believe quickly the norm and the indoctrination that when you have blurry eyes, you can't see now the numbers properly. It's because you are aging. Please check deeper, go beyond that. And my suggestion, I wouldn't be having this. I wouldn't. If I knew what I know now, I wouldn't be having glasses at all. Right?
Yeah,
This
that is true, Gogo. That is very true. I get it. That is what we are that is what our uh, mission is, to create awareness, that people are aware. And because also, sometimes we take for granted things that we need to be paying attention to. We think it's normal now for children to be wearing glasses at very tender ages, and we don't go beyond wanting to know what might be the cause of that. So yeah, the primary purpose is to create awareness and to make people sit up and ask questions and scrutinize things. Yeah.
So the source of that, it would be water and soil. The worms are from water and are from soil. These are the things that we take for granted. Okay, and this from today, you will know that soak your vegetables in salt or bicarbonate of soda. You will soak your fruits before eating them. And yeah, I'm not a fan of peeling, but now of late, with what is happening, if truly speaking, I don't know the source of my fruit, I do peel them. I do soak them and
Good afternoon, Sister.
rinse them, but I don't normally, if I don't know the sauce, I'll rather remove the skin. So there's the 4th one. The 5th one, it was an eye opener for me, which is something that is common to everyone. As we are talking issues of Coach Mpuseng specializing also on that topic of STI. Do you know the parasite that is causing that? Which is sexually transmitted. It's specific, That trichomoniasis is causing that sexually transmitted infection. It's a parasite, okay? which is called Trichomonas vaginitis. It affects females. Oh, rona batho ke sono ka rona. It affects females.
We are recipients of everything.
Everything, you know. Genetical tract e attack yona ntho eo e monate e batho ba utlwang monate ho yona ke yona moo e leng e bapala teng.
Jonah way, Gogo.
It can exist motho ao o utlwa monate, but then at the same time danger is just sprawling there. The lion is roaring there. The Trichomonas vaginitis is doing its thing. It's doing its thing. Parasites. So the symptoms might be familiar. You'll go to the health professional, will just say, it's infection, give antibiotics. In the meantime, the culprit is sitting there. It's sitting there, howling, At the end, it is out of control. You end up now with things, the end product, cancer, end product, death. So, the big one, this big one that replicates in the body, the protozoa, it's a big one, and it's got about 12, plus minus 12 infections from different organs of your body.
So I wanted to comment on the previous one with regard to the STIs before you pass there. As Didi was commenting there that untreated STIs are dangerous, and I was saying that the consequences thereof sometimes are lifelong. So people need to take care, and now answers the question that I've been having for a long time as well about the untreated STIs that then they would say they have developed into cancerous whatevers. So it means that the parasite was busy eating away, multiplying, and being fed by chemotherapy as well. Yeah. Yeah, then because that was my story. So it's now making sense actually. Sometimes I'm not looking for answers, but the answers just come. So yeah, it is what it is.
Yeah, because the problem is, as we are focusing on the norm that it's infection, we treat infection, but the real culprit, the parasites that is causing the main problem, it's neglected, and you not knowing, you are busy feeding it. The same time you are feeding it because it's eating on you. It's eating the good things. Maybe you have been cancelled to say, since now you are posing with this STI, you need to be proactive and be careful about your diet. You need to be taking care of good of yourself. Eat a lot of vegetables, the green vegetables. Eat a lot of your fruits, the 5 colors. And poor me, I'm doing exactly that.
I know, Sister Rini, why you came in. You wanted to clarify the issue of the the cervical cancer and stuff. And before you go there, my comment is based on the fact that, remember, there was untreated STIs, which I was led to believe they were the causes of the cervical cancer in my case. So you can continue. Welcome, Sister Rainy.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Yeah, at least I
Um,
made you come up the panel. Thank you.
no, I don't want us to be misquoted because little
Mm,
knowledge is very dangerous.
dangerous.
People will take one thing that you said
Mm,
and go and spread the lies about it.
yeah.
So, several things happen when we have infection of any kind or anywhere, infection in the body.
Mm-hmm.
So, in the case of cervical cancer, what happens whenever we have infection? Remember, there is a what is this thing? Peeling that happens of the skin. Take it if you have a wound on your skin.
Mm,
If you've ever had a wound on your skin, there's a crust that forms after the bleeding. And
mm,
then after that crust has formed, healing is happening underneath. And then immediately when you remove that crust, there is swelling that you will see there, and then bleeding again. So that the body at that time, that is also infection. So imagine that happening in your cervix as
mm,
you are getting repeated STIs. That part is not getting to heal properly. That's number one, because these infections are recurring and recurring. And as Gogo has said, that the bacteria keeps on coming and coming, and the body is busy fighting this, but it never gets to proper heal, close, and then there's also scar tissue formation that happens. Whenever you have a wound, you are left with a scar. It
mm.
reminds you, Hore, here there was an injury. So imagine if that keeps on happening inside the vagina, which is very sensitive, which is always moist, even
Mm.
and then there is that issue of the bacteria as well, which the why STIs are so dangerous for us as women. Men are the carriers of that particular virus that causes cancer, cervical cancer. So they are the carriers in our case as women. So the main thing that actually causes this, it's different things. Yes, there is the bacteria, but then there is a problem in terms of healing,
Mm.
especially in repeated STIs, because the skin keeps on being scratched, and eventually there's abnormal growth of the skin inside. And of course, with our lifestyle, we feed that sugar. Cancer thrives in a sugary environment, and that's why we end up having cervical cancer.
Wow. Okay. Thank you for that, Sister Rainy.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yes,
Thanks for the
as
clarity and the, yeah, emphasis.
yeah, I'm sure it's actually making it that we shouldn't be only maybe this issue of parasite. It's
Mm.
another angle that will be taken into consideration and concurrently be dealt with as we are repeatedly have a question that why this thing it's repeated and repeated. And as I'm saying, the parasites be, are eating. What if they even know that this antibiotic is so nice? Instead of treating the problem of the scar or the cervical cancer, it actually shower the very same good thing that this antibiotic is meant for. I'm just thinking like that, that they want food, they eat on what they get in me. So
Yeah,
that's why people
yeah,
have to be really going all out for their health and not waste any moment. That's why you don't have to be comfortable. You know, a small pimple in my vagina, I don't give it a chance. I don't want anything that irritates me in my body. I really uh, go out, fight, you know. So thank you very much for the edition. And we are now, in a very simple layman's language that we understand
yeah,
why the untreated STD, STI, is so dangerous.
yeah.
People should just take it for
And
granted.
and 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 Gogo, don't pass a very important part that you just said now about antibiotics. These things are so intelligent. They are very intelligent, and that is why we are always advising people to not rely on antibiotics, but to boost their immune system. Because when you, for example, let's go back to the very issue of untreated STIs. A person gets an STI and the partner doesn't get treated, they go again, they get the treatment, the infection comes back again, they go again, they eventually these bacteria or viruses, they act, or let me say parasites, they eventually develop resistance.
Yeah,
They become so used to this antibiotic, and that's
comfortable.
why, yeah, that's why now we see people uh, being on antibiotics, like your first level, your amoxils, your penicillins, all these that are first level, and they don't get cured. They don't get better. Instead, it gets worse. And then a person has to go to second, third level of antibiotics. And remember the issue about antibiotics again. When it comes, you drink an antibiotic, it doesn't just go to where it's supposed to go, which will be the vagina or the cervix. It doesn't just go there, because it flows in your blood. So it goes everywhere. And
Yeah.
what does it do? It destroys even the good bacteria in your body. And this is why people will go on antibiotics. At the end of the course, they now have a new problem.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey,
Why? Ask me about it. Ask me about it. I cringe. I like now. I don't want to go to any doctor, guys. Believe you me,
Yeah.
I don't. Because when I get to the doctor and they want to put me on antibiotic, and I have a list of antibiotics that don't no longer work on me, because I have been on antibiotics like, yo, wow. So I cringe when I have to go to the doctor. The last time I went to the doctor and they wanted to prescribe me antibiotics, he was sitting looking at me like this. He took his medical book and he was like, "What am I supposed to give you?" And like,
Um,
and I was like, "I
uh-huh.
don't know. You are the doctor. I don't know. I don't know." But all those that
So,
I've mentioned, I cannot take. I think
so
I was
yeah.
on the third regime of antibiotics. I
You don't know.
even knew them by name. If he mentions flagell, it's a no for me. Penicillin, it's a no for me. Amoxicillin, it's a no for me. There is so many of them. I even forgot their names. So
Flagyl
I
is even worse because that one is even worse because straight away it dries your vagina, your the whole vaginal canal. It dries it, and that's why you'll see people that are on STI treatment, they will complain of that dry vagina. It now took away your lining. You no longer have protection
nope.
at all.
And everything that gets this touches you.
Let's maybe
Yeah, no, we
let's
will talk
agree that
about that. Yes,
we have
Gogo will
gone
kill
through
us. We are taking her time.
the information the information about antibiotics. I'm so glad that we have shed some light. So before we are told that we bash other whatever. So people must make a choice because at the next week and that other week we will go in depth for another way of treating these things.
Yeah,
Parasites,
alternatives.
STI. I don't want to use that word because that is the key. This thing of alternative to a thing that is original that we have to start with before anything else. We need to, the mindset of people know that this is the main thing, because all these concoctions, all these fakes are being made out of
The
these
original.
these originals.
Yeah.
So for me, I'm just saying, let's haskara in samadi haholo, lest we get
No, no,
the
yeah, no.
yeah.
All right, Gogo.
So
Thank you, Sister Rainy.
thank you for always sharing professional uh, uh, knowledge, based on the system side. That's what they want, because you are studying these things also. You don't need anyone's permission. You always have a well explained information for both sides. So we thank you for your wisdom and the
Good
knowledge.
afternoon, PT members. Good afternoon.
Okay. Hi,
Yeah,
Sister.
thank you. Thank you so much for the knowledge, for the information. It was so informative and very profound. And I would believe that our nation will lack knowledge. Basically, it's not about the fact that people like would put themselves in this toxicity. We don't know. We need awareness, like platforms like this, like teaching, so that we tend to understand that anthropology, according to me, is our roots, like where we coming from. We, like, our grandparents talked a lot about herbs and then eating in the garden. We lost it when we found the education thing, thinking that university is teaching us knowledge, can't, like, it's taking away like one of the basics, the fundamentals of health. Because like getting to that point, I would say, I remember with my third child, I wouldn't speak about the name of the working the medicine, but I think maybe you will have it caspade. Caspade, we call it taran, and then like this medicine helps a lot with like the abdomen. You see, like the kalana. So like after the birth of my child, like she was having such problems, And then, like educated, knowledgeable thinking we are, I ran to the pharmacy and then I got the so-called medicine. And then, like, I went to Limpopo. My mother was like, let me show you something, my daughter. I want to do an experiment. We went to the field and then we got this medicine. We call it taran in Pedi. Yeah. And then she boiled it. And when it was cool, and then she put together the two, she said, taste this and this one. And I was like, wow, really? We are sold like our roots, things that we know. Because now they've got all these names and whatsoever, we would believe where it's the solution. Why one?
Yeah.
So I believe
Yeah.
where like with these platforms, Gogo, will be in a position to learn, to be informed, and to understand that healing process, it is an African perspective. It's not like
Yeah.
international. It is
Just
our
a
thing.
moment.
Yeah. Hello?
Yeah. Hello?
Okay.
Yes, Gogo. Like I think that's my comment, because like I feel so thrilled. I feel so very interested, because I believe that we've got a lot of herbs in Africa that
Yeah.
can put
No.
us out of trouble. But because we are indoctrinated, we've got
Yeah.
these ideologies that were inserted in our heads, thinking that
Yes.
like our own is bad. Okay,
Killing
my
us.
last comment, Gogo, like my Gogo, my grandmother was like a great healer, and she was dealing with kids, ne?
Yeah.
And then I remember very well, like she used to travel around, like white people taking her, and Tina, because we were young and
Yeah.
happy about it, we were like, oh my Gogo is traveling, and we did not know that were her knowledge.
It's been taken.
During that time, that's when her knowledge was stolen. And
Yes.
like we did not protect that, like no one protected that. So
Yes.
today the herbals that they're using, it's one of my grandmother's thoughts, knowledge, but
You know?
without acknowledgement. You
Yeah.
understand? The
Yes.
royalties are all gone to all those people.
Yeah. They are.
Thank you for this platform.
You really touched a very, very sensitive. As I said, it is a sensitive topic. But thank you so much for these older people. Titus chapter 2 says, we are given years, not just years to sit and be a nuisance there. It's sharing this very knowledge. Look, even if you have taken from where she left and take this to another level, now with them, these ones that I think that they know better, you can now be able to be vigilant to say, this I'm not going to be like, you give your wisdom, your knowledge about your shwenya. Somebody must pay you, because you know about Tarani. He or she must buy it from you now. So I think it's not lost, but we are taking it to another level from where our parents left, and living from that level. I'm saying, let's also use this knowledge and empower so that it's not stolen again. Yes, there's going to be challenge now, a lot. That's why they are even have put the rules and regulations that what do you talk about, what you don't talk about, because they see that we are now awake. We are now awake. We cannot be fooled like our forefathers. They can't do that anymore.
Yeah.
So this parasite story, it's not a small thing. By end of this, it would be very, very, very interesting that people are awake to the extent. The problem, if people can be awake to wake up, not to procrastinate and continue doing the very same wrong things. Don't compromise on your health, because the very parasite, the very infection of STI that we are talking about, which has taken us which is very crucial because it's the thing. And I liked what Didi said, that by the time you are given the antibiotic, it end up in the colon, or it end up in the somewhere in your body where there's another parasite squatting there. So it doesn't even reach those genitals. It doesn't reach there. So you are not responding because there are soldiers along the bloodstream up till the end. You see, where's the vagina? And it's the last one, last. So it is important that we have these mechanisms. And I remember when I was still in the practice, we would never treat a woman posing with STI failing to bring his partner, whether a boyfriend, whether a husband. We would never, ever do that. And what did that mean? It's not go. If he doesn't want go for treatment, or we gave him the treatment, 2 of them, if she doesn't see to it, because she's the sufferer, she doesn't make sure that this man drinks that treatment, lo behold, she's the sufferer. So we used to get some good results because there was that enforcement. Why? This men, according to the information that I have, they have that a parasite, that infection, but there are no symptoms from them. They are very little symptoms. So in other words, he's busy, she's a carrier, he's a carrier, he's busy infecting you, and you are not enforcing. Mutime.
It's easy if it's a boyfriend, if it's a husband, it's another story.
No,
That's where GBV comes in as well.
Yes.
Now you are opening another door.
Yes, but then are you gonna die because of the issue of the usia lebanabahao? Do something. We need to stand for our rights, because in the bedroom I'm alone. Yes, it's a fact.
Yep.
But are you just gonna be lying and suffering there? You don't even enjoy that sex anymore. It's painful, it's itching, it's all these things. So we're not fela. We need them to stop this thing. We need to stop it. It doesn't work. No, guys. I hear what you are saying. Married people, as we are talking to people, we don't talk to children here. We talk to partners with arrangement that is proper. we don't encourage sex here. We don't encourage that people sleep around anyhow they want. We are, I think, responsible enough guiding the households here and guiding the people in courtships, maybe, people who are in a
Committed
proper,
relationships.
yes, proper commitments, So that I think, as I understand, that is what we are trying to make people aware
Empowering
about.
them. Ah, yeah.
Empowering
The
them.
issue of parasites brings in a whole lot of issues.
Yes. So now, we have given the whole list. It's many, guys. This thing of parasites, I didn't know that it's so dangerous. And for even things that personally I didn't, as I make an example with the eyes, don't take for granted that mama, when she was X years, she was already, because those are the myths that we deceive ourselves with. And money also. Because I remember my mother, when she slept at 69, she never fight that I should take her for eye specialist. The only thing that I know, my mother was very clever, a clever person. She wanted sunglasses to boast about when she goes to the, crowds, that she's having glasses. Not that she was not seeing, she was seeing properly. But she just, for a strange reason, wanted glasses so that when she goes, I can just even picture her when she puts those glasses and say, so what I'm trying to say is that we just sometimes follow without really understanding, why am I supposed to wear? Have I exhausted all the options before I can go to the shortcut? So I think this issue of parasite, it's another one, because I have seen people with lice here. Live lice didn't sunyana jenana. I have seen it. I have seen people with lice on the pubic hair. I have seen people with lice on their heads. They are black, very black and very small lice. I didn't associate them as worms. It's only now it rings the bell that, it means this person was infected with a lot of worms in her body, and they are actually causing havoc in the body. You take the issue of, who knows, especially there are men, but women always ask, our things are so exposed always. I was shocked to learn the same of that one of the female uterus, what do you call this, reproductive system. The same with this elephantitis.
Elephantiasis.
His big foot, and the hands, I thought it's a sickness.
Okay.
I know ways that I associated it with parasites, but I don't know.
Wow.
Lymph node system is affected. And the culprit here, it's mosquito bite again. No? And there's this thing of lymphedema, and there's this thing of elephantiasis. So I didn't associate all these things with this issue of parasites. There is this infection, or the transfer of this from mosquito and form another type, which is elephantiasis lymphatic filariasis. That is the one that is causing this elephantiasis thing. So always you'll be given. I had a case here. Sadly, that mama slept death sleep last year. Backward, forward every month for a very long time, because I met him only for 2 years. And for the 2 years, she continued doing the normal thing that she was doing. She never wanted to change the mind, even after finding what is the cause. So the problem with all these things, people continue feeding them. That mama was a heavy snuff smoker. She was, after finishing this one, she puts another one. As we are talking, she would have put about 3 to 4 loads of snuff. So she didn't want to change the lifestyle in spite of even finding the cause, because I made him to understand what causes all this that is seen in her body. And Wes, she was huge also. She had over obese, on top of those feet that are like this. So it is sad, because the mind doesn't want to change at all. You just give in, and you feel that no, it cannot happen. There's another one, the Demodex. The Demodex. That's another parasite. You find that around the hair follicles. It's squatting there. So imagine all these chemicals that we are putting on and on our hair and whatever. We are feeding this person. He's sitting there comfortably, and it is unnoticed, the worst part of this. And they say it's also on the lashes, this Demotex. Then you are busy feeding it with whatever. It's doing its own thing. And before you know it, you've got all kinds of diseases, ocular diseases. Because the eyes, the ears, nose, whatever, they go together. That's why we call them ENT. You can't separate nose from your teeth, from your ears, from your eyes. It's something like a network. Yeah. So you touch one, it spreads to another one, and the other one. Now of late, a lot of older people, once they have problems with their eyes, they can't even hear.
Yeah,
Totally.
but you know what, Gogo? That is so true. Over the weekend, I was feverish and I couldn't put my head around it as to why. Yes, it was raining last week sometime in Braamfontein when we were doing the health and wellness expo. But then I said, no man, let me wash my hair. Ne? I washed my head. I washed my hair. I put the coconut oil and stuff and I washed my hair. Like washed my hair. Literally. Yesterday. Today I'm feeling like a brand new person. Like I did something. Bona, I even steamed. Did everything. And I'm like, no man, what is wrong? What is wrong? And I decided, okay, yesterday I said, look, let me wash my hair. I washed my hair. Hair. Here I am today. I'm feeling like $1 million.
Yeah.
So okay, what was busy on my head eating my good bacteria there. Huh?
Mm-hmm. Mm.
Mm.
So these demo decks understand parasites. They are comfortable in the host to satisfy themselves. They eat the nutrients. So for instance, if you do that, we assume that we are doing the right thing, you are eating properly, you are taking care of your hair. But then there is this person that it's not killed, is busy entertaining itself with whatever you are trying to do, you know. So we need to go a step further, finding all these things for ourselves, guys. I like it because whatever I am talking about, from experience, from also researching for myself, you yourself can do the same. You can do the same to verify whether what we are saying, it is true information. It is available right there. It is there. Now, in conclusion, the parasites, this one has become another big one also, can be transmitted from mother to fetus in utero. The baby still being in the uterus, there can be parasites transferred to that little one. You see how scary it is that we are dealing here with a silent killer here. Not being aware, you have been not being aware that you have these parasites in you. Now here is your little one. You have now infected her unknowingly. First one, the toxoplasma is the weak immune system, ne? And it is life-threatening. I realize now that why in maternity there will be some, rush that either you save the baby or you save the mother. There's a whole range of other things except understanding there's another one, the toxoplasma. There is a whole range of other things that can cause things like bleeding before delivery or bleeding after delivery. There can be the stress of the child not wanting to go out now all of a sudden. So there could be so many reasons around there. I don't dispute that. But then there is this toxoplasma. Do you know about it? I don't remember me any person that I delivered that we talk about parasites. Then there is this plasmodium. It is associated with malaria. As I said, for malaria to happen, that's why it might be a different parasite here in South Africa, like a different one in Mozambique. But the problem is they replicate, they multiply in your body, you know. So there's another one that I even laughed to myself. I said, yo, this topic, it's a huge topic. They call it the trypanosoma. It's sleeping sickness. Did you know that? Sleeping sickness.
Okay.
Hey? And do you know what does it cause? It's caused by a tsetse fly. This sleeping.
Yeah,
It's a parasite.
when we were growing up, o no tsho jalo to tsetse fly tsamaisa bohloko ba borokwana.
Hey,
That was the first lesson I learned in Nani Kibala Sabi.
it
About
sounds in yeah. So I want to, but they didn't know the danger of that in the long term. You see? Interesting. So there's another one. You know? There's another one. They call it the leishmania. This is a stigma ulcers. I said, what? And it can be lifetime also. And I was thinking about a lot of cases of people with obvious ulcers that you see around, and you know, they are not looking very nice, and the person seems to be okay and normal about them. Here it is. It is also that it's also associated. I think you can visualize and see what I'm talking about. The stigma ulcers. Those which are sitting there, you know, like sitting there, like sitting somewhere there. It's not that it's parasite only. It could be other things. But what I'm trying to bring is that we never think about parasites could be also the cause of this tumor. We don't think like that. I don't know. Personally, I never associate, as I said, the elephantiasis. It's a commonest one that has been there for years, that I have seen for years, but I never ever associated it with parasites.
yeah.
So there are those then which are obvious. And I since learned also that a ringworm patch, we should also be careful. I'm the culprit of that. Always when I see a child or whoever with a ringworm, I associated it with parasites. No, it could be just a fungal infection, not necessarily that the person has got worms. And I know that you see how much we damage people. Whenever parents bring children with that, we would just be saying, only the worms, and prescribe the treatment for the child, and even make the mother to observe the stools that we see what type he brings with the bottle. If then it's true, then there will be that evidence. So maybe
Yeah.
the very treatment is the very treatment that has caused those worms. This child didn't had just fungal infection that wanted to be treated with coconut oil, but we gave him the parasite treatment. So they formed evidence is there. That's
And
what
what
I'm
did you
just
do with
thinking.
the evidence when a person is coming with botolotes manure? What did you do with that?
I give another treatment, or she must wash them, all of them.
No, it's okay. Yeah, no, the system has killed us. Yes. Ay, 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 ay. Thank you. Because you know what? I've never experienced that, but I can just imagine being given a bottle and you have to observe the child's stools or your own stools and then you bring the evidence. I mean, like, seriously, you are now taking also. Are you being taught as to how to take those tools? Are you given gloves? Are you being taught? Are you being shown? So you are now adding problem over another problem. Hi, man.
I, so these
Hi.
things,
Yeah.
yes, we give, yes. In fact, these
Yeah.
treatments, we actually introduce these things into the body. So be
Hmm.
careful. Don't just agree. Don't just
Yeah.
agree. Thorough
Yeah.
investigation. You are employing this person. You're gonna pay this person. Let he be your employee. Instruct him what you want to do, especially after he has tried whatever. Don't continue, because
Okay.
as we say, these things, some of them might be the way of introducing these deadly things, infections, weakening, especially now. You hear what is being said, you hear the system, what it is saying. Immune system is the target. They must weaken our immune system so that we are just, the brain is full of worms. Can you think properly? The frontal lobe being damaged, the worms doing itself because you are eating all this nonsense food that is being introduced. Please, let's check, people, what we are eating, the sources of what we are eating. Come next week, we are now gonna be giving solutions and awareness of how best we can clean the system and maintain. You
Maintain.
know, in the meantime, thank you so much. And it was a robust, I said it from the beginning. I could feel it that this life today, it's
Yeah.
not the life like any other lives with
Yeah. It was
Muhammad
you felt
us
it in
now.
your bones.
Hey,
So this was gonna be a late.
it was a late. It was a late. And go and share with others and share, guys. Share with your grannies. I'm coming to Gauteng. I would like to meet only the Gogos. I
Yeah.
want a special request. Collect all your Gogos. I'm will there. I would love to talk to them when I'm there. So be there next week, Monday. It's another level which we're gonna be taking this parasite story and start asking questions and
Yeah.
research for yourself. Thank you so much. Please share and share and share. Invite and invite. Next week, 12 o'clock, we are here with the third, fourth series. Last week of that, we'll be doing demonstrations. At least I'll be in a comfortable position to do some, robust demonstrations as I am treating my parasites already. Yeah, you see, this is the mixture that I'm going to be taking right now, and take it that I treat these parasites. Water, it's another thing, you see. Very nice. This is nice. Do you know what is in there? It's a pear, and I've put some ginger there. I've put some chia seeds. Hey.
Don't tell us the ingredients. You will show
pomegranate.
us. You will show us when you do the demonstration. What do we do? So we can't wait. We will wait for that. And as usual, thank you, Gogo. Always so nice spending time with you, learning and empowerment. And sometimes we take things for granted, much as we are being made aware, and we think we are immune to certain things, whereby we have this mentality of it won't happen to me. But nobody is immune to anything. Our primary purpose is to keep on educating, imparting knowledge, and the Gogos that are here, they must share. They must share, because I know they know. There were no contraceptives. I'm interested in that as well. One day we'll have a series on that. What was the preventative measures before the contraceptives? So yeah. Anyhow, anyway, thank you so much, guys. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the likes. Thank you for joining us. We do this Mondays, 12 o'clock, lunchtime with Gogo, and we get to know more about our health, our body. After all, your health matters. Thank you so much, guys. See you on the flip side.
Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye bye.